Hey, it's Mark O'Keefe and welcome to my free video where I'll explain the three mechanisms of rapid muscle gain. So you're wondering, who am I? My name is Mark O'Keefe. I'm 32 years old, living in Cork City in Ireland. I've been involved in strength training and bodybuilding programs for the past 10 years. I've always had a passion for bodybuilding, but I was small and skinny and never been able to put on muscle and was getting really fed up with it, looking in the mirror year in and year out and not seeing any changes. So 1 year ago all that changed. I started researching the best bodybuilders in the world and how they trained. I researched the pros' ways of training and have discovered the fastest and most efficient way to build slabs of muscle week after week without fear of injury. The three mechanisms I share with you today will help you get the body you want faster than ever before. Did you know that there are 3 research-supported mechanisms of muscle growth? If you neglect any of them, you're leaving a ton of growth on the gym floor. If you ask the biggest and baddest dudes at your gym advice on adding muscle, you'll likely get the variety of protocols suggested. Go heavy or go home, the powerlifters boast. Chase the pump and go till it burns, the bodybuilders reassure. Keep the body guessing every workout, the crossfitters state. Oddly, each of these statements hold truth, but for maximal muscle growth, you'll need a plan that optimizes all 3 protocols. Intentional or not, most guys do apply different degrees of mechanisms to their workouts. So why do they continue to look the same month after month, year after year? The problem is that mechanisms are being applied in haphazard and randomized manner, which leads to a negative chain reaction of consequences that can wreak havoc on your hormones, leads to overtraining and even injury. In short, despite your hardest efforts in the gym, you can kiss your gains goodbye. So even if you're aware of these 3 mechanisms and you're incorporating them into your workouts in a haphazard and randomized way, it's simply not enough. You have to strategy. If you don't know exactly how to organize and cycle the 3 critical mechanisms into step-by-step strategic training program, you'll ultimately cause more harm than good. Any chances are you'll end up being that guy who gets asked, "Do you even lift, bro?" unless you learn how to apply the 3 proven techniques I reveal below. Fortunately, you're in luck, because that's exactly what this article is all about, revealing 3 little known and challenging techniques to increase mechanical tension, metabolic stress and muscle damage, so that your hard efforts in the gym no longer go to waste. The 3 proven techniques below reveal exactly how you increase your muscle size and strength and strip away fat for your best transformation ever, while you avoid plateaus caused by crappy, boring and rehashed workouts that have already failed you. Below you'll find the 3 proven techniques you need to follow, and you'll also discover how you organize and cycle these 3 techniques into a proven periodized plan, so you can achieve your own standard of the perfect body that deserves to be yours. Ready to take your transformation to the next level? Here we go. Maximize metabolic stress with constant tension, timed sets. Stop counting reps. Rep counting is killing your muscle growth. Metabolic stress is all about chasing the pump and going until it burns, to the point of extreme discomfort. The name of the game is constant tension, avoiding pauses in between reps and avoiding pauses at the top or bottom of the movement, essentially. Keep the weight moving with a continuous cadence while squeezing your muscles like they owe you money. The result? A crazy amount of blood pumped into the muscles, preventing the veins from letting blood escape, resulting in high amounts of metabolic stress and cell swelling, otherwise known as the pump. The best way to maximize metabolic stress is to stop counting reps, at least for your next 6-week training cycle. Counting reps is not the wrong thing to do, however it's not an accurate tool to maximize metabolic stress, because studies have shown that the metabolic stress must last longer than 40 seconds to stimulate muscle gains. Typical bodybuilding programs recommend 6 to 8 or 8 to 12 reps without a prescribed tempo. Speed you move the weight, which results in sets that hardly last 25 seconds, is great for muscle strength but not for muscle size. With constant tension timed sets, you focus on actual amount of time under tension rather than the number of reps, and time under tension is one of the training elements that maximize metabolic stress and dramatically increases your muscle gains. However, because this technique is so intense your body can only handle it for 6 weeks tops, before transitioning to the next technique, which leads us to transformation technique number 2. Maximize mechanical tension with cluster sets. Stop trying to just lift heavier and heavier. Mechanical tension comes down to good old-fashioned heavy lifting. You want to create the greatest external force production possible with strict form. The problem is that most guys think the heavier you lift, the more mechanical tension, but adding additional weight doesn't necessarily increase mechanical tension, and you often shift it away from the desired muscles and onto passive joint structures, which leads to thrashing your joints and painful injuries. And this is not a matter of opinion. A 2013 study by Pinto et al. Discovered that maximal force production topped off at 90% during an isometric bench press task, which suggests you are better off working at less than 90% of your max, allowing you to perform more reps with the same or high tension, thereby producing more time under maximum tension and faster and safer progress. The best way to maximize mechanical tension on the targeted muscles is to stop trying to just lift heavier and heavier and start using cluster sets, which incorporate strategic intra-set rest periods within a set. Not only does this increase mechanical tension, but it stimulates recruitment of the type 2 fast twitch muscle fibers, the ones which the highest potential for bigger muscles before you fatigue the muscle. These intra-set rest periods enable you to do more reps than you ordinarily would and to stimulate the type 2 fast twitch muscle fibers, which are usually not recruited until after the type 1 muscle fibers have been fatigued during traditional programs that promote just lifting heavier and heavier. With this type of strategic setup, clusters will not only get you serious results as far as size, but improve the efficiency of your neuromuscular communication, making it easier to continue a faster rate of growth compared to the guys who don't know this technique. But just like the last technique, this one too has a 6-week expiry date, because this technique is very demanding on your central nervous system, which leads us to our final transformation technique. Maximize muscle damage with omnisets. Avoid excess muscle damage and seek out the sweet spot. Muscle damage is a strong indicator of soreness. It's elicited by slow negatives, greater ranges of motion, increased tension in the stretched portion of the muscle, and incorporating a variety of exercises with multiple angles. The problem is that most guys associate muscle soreness with more is better, but this is not necessarily true. Excess muscle damage can be crippling, counterproductive, causing delayed recovery, and can undoubtedly lead to impaired performance, burnout and injury. Omnisets are a unique and fun way to achieve muscle damage without the overkill that occurs from the ineffective more is better approach, and can induce a lesser but still significant degree of muscle damage to ensure your body is healed and recovered to train again, resulting in long-term progress. With omnisets, we change the stimuli from set to set, which means we could change the grip width, feet position, body position or angle of the bench. The key is not to do this randomly, but to change the stimuli so that you're giving the body a mechanical advantage from set to set, thus allowing you to sustain a greater degree of effort and muscle damage in the end. Thanks for watching this video so far. I hope you found it valuable and use it again for some great results. However, this is only the overview of all the steps required to make this work. So if you'd like a full, proven, step-by-step solution to take you from the present shape you're in now to the best shape you will ever be in, click the big button below this video to check it out and learn more. So I hope you have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.